Well, once again, our government came very, very close to shutting down. But at the very last minute, Congress agreed on a package that kept the government open. But was it at the expense of Speaker Mike Johnson? And if so, will his replacement be the one and only Representative Byron Donalds? That's what I want to talk about in this video. Stay with me. Hello, everybody. This is civil rights attorney Augustus Corbett, one half of the Defiant Lawyers. And each and every week, we bring you at least one legal analysis of some trending story regarding politics, policies, personalities, or pop culture to empower you with the information you need to defy this unjust legal system and to nullify systemic racism. If that interests you, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell so you'll get notified every time we upload one of these powerful and informative videos. As always, go over to Amazon, get a copy of my book, Education and Justice, if you have an African-American male in public school, so that you can learn the many ways that public schools mistreat our boys and what you can do to help your son. So go over there and get your copy. So like I said, at the very last minute, Congress figured out a way to get a budget done so that the government would not shut down and throw the country in a tailspin. But as I asked in the beginning, was it at the expense of Speaker Johnson? Now, I asked that question because, obviously, President-elect Donald Trump is likely not very happy with Speaker Johnson. Why is that? Because President-elect Trump and Elon Musk wanted Johnson to get something important done for them. They wanted the budget to include an increase or just completely abolish the debt ceiling or debt limit so that Trump would not have to bother with that issue, because we know what he really wants to do is give a huge tax cut to his billionaire friends. So they wanted that budget to include that increase or complete abolishment of the debt ceiling, but they were not able to get that done. Moreover, against the advice and desire of Trump and Musk, Mike Johnson got a deal done without including that increase of the debt limit. So now Trump has to deal with that. And reportedly, Trump and MAGA are not very happy with Mike Johnson. So they may be looking for someone else. We will know January 3rd when they get back, January 3rd, 2025, and have to vote on a speaker. Will they keep Mike Johnson, or might they bring in Byron Donalds? Now, why do I ask? I ask because Byron Donalds was considered the last time they needed a speaker. You remember in 2023, there was a whole lot of fallout because of Kevin McCarthy, and they needed a new speaker. That was when they elected Mike Johnson. But a lot of folks, at least about 20 people, wanted Byron Donalds to be the speaker then. So will they do that this time? In fact, one of the people who defied Trump on this particular budget, Chip Roy, was one of the ones who nominated Byron Donalds in 2023. So I don't know what's going to happen, but there is at least that possibility. Now, let's read this CBS News report from 2023, and you'll see here how Byron's name was put in the hat for speaker. It says the House's unsuccessful efforts to elect its next speaker have thrust Florida Republican Byron Donalds into the spotlight as three of Representative Kevin McCarthy's detractors nominated him to be speaker in three subsequent rounds of voting on Wednesday. And if you remember, they voted multiple times. All right, so it says Donalds garnered support from 20 of his fellow Republicans after he was nominated by Representative Chip Roy of Texas, Lauren Boebert of Colorado, and Scott Perry of Pennsylvania for the 4th, 5th, and 6th rounds of voting, respectively. Roy heralded him as a family man and solid conservative and said Donald's election as House Speaker would usher in change and leadership he believes the country needs. So he was considered then because they said he was a strong family man and a solid conservative. So Chip Roy and his colleagues of the Freedom Party may once again want Byron Donalds to become Speaker. And since MAGA is now unhappy, reportedly, with Mike Johnson, Byron Donalds may win this thing. I don't know, because we know that he is a close ally of Trump and that he's probably very loyal to Trump. Okay, so maybe he may get that spot. I don't know. I'm just raising the question. It is a possibility. It is a possibility that he will become the first African-American Speaker of the House. I was looking forward to Hakeem Jeffries becoming the first African-American Speaker of the House. I just started thinking about Byron Donalds. And besides, a lot of people have pointed out that Trump has very few. I think he still only has one black person in his cabinet. And so folks are like, where are the black people? They got out there and supported you so hard. Why don't you have more black folks in the cabinet, or at least a part of what you're trying to do in the government, right? It's a legitimate question, right? Well, Byron Donalds may be the answer to some of that. Again, it appears that he's an extreme loyalist for Trump, and he would be one of those blacks in Trump's orbit who could help Trump get his agenda done. So I just started thinking, might this happen? It may. It may. You know, Byron Donalds is a pretty articulate guy. I mean, he can really put Trump's agenda out there, and he does well with that. We saw him do it in this last election. I mean, he puts out a lot of disinformation, but he puts it out well. I mean, he puts it out very well. So who knows? I don't know. I don't have any inside information, but it very well could happen that he become the next Speaker of the House. And I believe he would do what Trump wanted. And in this case, the one we just experienced this past week, I think he would have said no to a deal because it didn't have that increase of the debt limit. And he would have pushed for that. And I think he would have done what Trump and Musk wanted, and that was just close the government down, just shut it down until Trump gets sworn in. I mean, that's what they wanted. Mike Johnson said no, and many of Trump's GOP colleagues said no, and we got the deal. And I'm glad that we did get the deal. We did not need the government shut down through, January 20th? No. But I think with Byron Donalds, that would have happened. And so he, I think, is a serious contender for that position. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Just wanted to bring that out. And by the way, Merry Christmas. We are just a few days from Christmas. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. And make sure, I'm going to do other videos between now and then, but make sure you stay safe. Enjoy this Christmas. Enjoy the holidays. Get some rest. We just came through a very contentious election season, but there's still a lot of work to do. There is a lot. In fact, the work is about to begin as President-elect Trump begins to implement Project 2025 and the other stuff that he has on his mind. It's going to get really, really, really tough. And I believe especially for us African Americans. So enjoy this holiday season. Celebrate with your loved ones and worship Jesus. It's his birth that we're talking about, and always keep that in mind. He is the reason for the season. Okay? All right, so get that rest, but then be ready to go. Ready to go on January 20th. All right? Thank you for watching this video, and I am Civil Rights Attorney Augustus Corbett. Until the next time, again, peace and Merry Christmas.